Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Crown of Phantoms, the 7th studio record by the band Chimaira. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already talked about my story with this band in the Impossibility of Reason review, go check it out. Long story short, I found this band on the Download 2001 sampler back in 2001 or 2002. It was their song Dead Inside, but it was the demo version. The difference between the demo version and the official one is pretty simple. The demo has more dissonant chords in the breakdown. Anyways, I've been their fan since then and I've been closely following their every step, every album release. I've truly enjoyed every album they've put out. And what's interesting about Crown of Phantoms is the fact that this is their most divisive release. After their 5th record, The Infection, which came out in the year 2009, the drummer Anders, the bassist Jim, and the keyboardist slash sampler guy Chris all left the band. So on The Age of Hell there was just Mark Hunter the vocalist, Rob Arnold the guitarist. The other guitarist, Matt DeVries, was still in the band but he did not play on the record for some reason. And also the band's producer, Ben Shiger, who also produces this record, played on the drums, and not long after the record was released, Rob Arnold and Matt left the band, leaving only the vocalist in the band. That was like, wow, what the hell happened? The OG lineup, the classic lineup is gone, so on this record we have completely new people. We have Austin on the drums. You might know him from his band Bleed the Sky, but he also plays with Rob Arnold in their band The Elite. He also played with Devil Driver. Jeremy Creamer on the bass, Matt Schlacht on the guitar, Emil and Sean from the band Duff on guitar and keyboards. So the biggest concern of the fans and me at the time was, would this album even sound like Chimaira? Because every songwriter is new. We know that Mark Hunter can play the guitar and write songs by himself, but would it be the same? Also, after this record, a year later, all of the band members except the vocalist left and Chimaira broke up, but it came back in the year 2017 with the classic OG lineup, which is very nice. The only change they've made was hire Austin as the drummer because Anders has some health issues. I hope they will be resolved so he can be back with the band again. The production was handled by Ben Schigel, as I stated before, same as on the previous records, and it's alright. I think the mastering leaves a lot to be desired. It was done by a dude called Dan Millis and he thought a loudness war was a good idea. You will hear some clipping here and there on this record. Message is diverse. The songs are mostly about revenge, violence, society, personal struggles, relationship issues, stuff like that. Structure of the songs is between basic and advanced, but I'm leaning more into the basic territory because each song has an intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, solo, chorus and outro. Sometimes it's slightly different, like they have two bridges or the bridge is before the second verse. It depends on the song. And when it comes to the music on this record, it's not metalcore at all. I am so tired of listening people say that Chimaira ever played metalcore. This did not happen. This is a groove metal record with a slight thrash metal, death metal and deathcore influence here and there. But what is the most surprising thing here is that there are lots of nu metal influences on this record. It's one of the reasons why I think this record is the closest one to Pass Out of Existence, the first Chimaira album. Still, there's a slight change compared to the previous records. We have some breakdowns here. Those were not present on the previous albums at all, not in the chorus sense, I would say. Because nu metal has breakdowns, but they don't sound like metalcore breakdowns. You know what I mean? Same with groove metal and death metal. The album starts with the machine, and the first thing you're going to notice here is the drumming. Austin is a beast. His double bass work, his punching the crashes, I love that stuff. You always know that it's him. It's his own style of playing. His precision, his groove, his tempo changes, everything just slays. I love the drumming on this record. It's my favorite thing about it. Then we have the bass. It's not that audible and it mostly follows the guitars. The guitar work by Emil and Matt, it's kinda good. While I do enjoy the guitar solos a lot, they don't have the same impact as Rob Arnold's guitar solos, which were more unique to me. But when it comes to the standard guitar riffs on this record, I truly enjoy them because they sound like a mix of groove metal and nu metal. They remind me of the late 90s, like Pantera, but also Korn, first album from Slipknot, that kind of shit. Then we have the keyboard and sampler effects by Sean, and I truly enjoy them. They enrich the sound of the band, they're just okay. I still think that Chris was better at this stuff. And finally, we have the vocals by Mark. And Mark, well, he's a beast as usual. I love his vocals. He sounds so fresh and pissed off here. His growling, his screaming, it's all perfect. What's interesting is the fact that he also clean sings on some of the songs, like the Crown of Phantoms one, and reminds me of Alice in Chains a lot. I truly enjoy that stuff. This song, The Machine, is one of the best openers I've ever heard. The intro reminds me of Fear Factory's The Manufacturer album. Love the guitar riffs, love the drumming, and then there's that cool groovy riff, but underneath it we have those cool nu metal riffs, those melodic ones. Great shit. The vocals slay, same as the instrumental work. The guitar solo here is my favorite one from the album, and the chorus is such a heavy and majestic thing. Like, this song is supposed to be a rebirth for the band, and you truly feel that, especially when the lyrics state, "We have died 1,000 times before, every struggle opens a door." I love that shit. It goes hard. This is my favorite song on the record by far, and it's the best track from this era of the band as well. 11 out of 10. No Mercy. Now, this was released as a second single with a music video. I truly enjoyed this song. No more lies, no more Hollywood vampires, suck them dry, no mercy for the heartless. Great chorus, but I love the lead guitar work here the most. The guitar solo slays. The stuff before the chorus is my favorite part, and that bridge part, dun 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 dun. It's a fun song. It's not as good as The Machine, but it has a slight old school Chimaira vibe to it. Like, every song here has that slight Chimaira spirit in it. Not much, but it's there. At least I feel that. Not the same, but it's still great. 10 out of 10. All That's Left Is Blood was the first single with a music video, and I remember watching that music video and I was so disappointed with this song. After a while it finally clicked with me, but I still think it's the weakest song on the record by far, because it's too repetitive for my taste. Still, the chorus, the groove, it all works. I think it's a fantastic song. It doesn't have any flaw. 10 out of 10. I Despise. Now this one goes hard. This is my second favorite song on this album by far. It's a nu metal song basically. It sounds like something that came out of Pass Out of Existence. That main guitar riff is so pissed off. Dum-dum-dum, dum-dum-dum-dum. It's so evil sounding, like I love that shit. And the vocals, Mark is pissed off here. He's screaming his lungs out. I remember watching a video where Rob Arnold reacted to this album, and when this song came on, he was laughing like, who are you singing here about, Mark? Like, he thought it was about him. I hope not. I hope not, but it's a beautiful song. It's so heavy, it's groovy, it's nu metalish. It's one of the highlights here. This song stays in your head because I guess it's just so repetitive, but in a good kind of way. 10 out of 10. Plastic Wonderland. Now this one goes just as hard as the previous song, but this one is much more groove, thrash, metal oriented, whatever. I truly enjoyed the vocals here. The chorus, it has a very cool guitar tremolo riff, I would say. It's overall a fun track, no flaws here. 10 out of 10. The Transmigration is an interlude. It has a cool vibe, but obviously it's the weakest song on the record by far. I will never understand why these kinds of songs are on the records. I want to hear some cool metal music, not to wait 2 minutes for the great stuff to start. I guess it's supposed to give you a space to breathe and get ready for more heavier shit, but I don't know, it's just fine, 8 out of 10. The title song, Crown of Phantoms, is also one of the highlights here. I love the chorus of this song, it's so groovy, it's straight to the point. It will kick you in your nuts. Wear the crown, doom, crown of phantoms. And also this song has that cool grungy singing part, which I do enjoy a lot. It's a classic, also the guitar solo slaps, 10 out of 10. Spineless is the most Pantera-like sounding song on the album. It also reminds me like they're trying to copy Rob Arnold's style here, like slightly, like I feel that. Love the guitar riffs, the grooviness of this one, the vocals, the anger in them. It's all fun. Spineless, wow, how does it taste, motherfucker? It's just cool, 10 out of 10. Kings of the Shadow World. Now this is a very cool song title, but it reminds me of that cartoon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it had Shadow Realm. Still a great track, I love the intro here, it's catchy, it's heavy, the drumming there is fantastic. The entire song just goes very hard, and it's also one of the highlights here. I highly recommend listening to this one, 10 out of 10. Wrapped in Violence is one of the singles with a music video, it's the second weakest song here. I guess that was a good strategy to release the weakest songs before the record drops, so people wouldn't be disappointed. I guess this is the most chorish sounding song from Chimaira. It has that groove from deathcore or metalcore, whatever. I truly enjoy this song, but as I stated before, it's the weakest one with All That's Left Is Blood. I do love those cool guitar melodies. That's the best part of the song. I wish there was more variety here, but it's still beautiful, 10 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, Love Soaked Death. Now this is my third favorite song on the record. I just love its intensity, the tempo changes, that breakdown or bridge part, you know, after the first minute, it just goes so hard. It's just so heavy, the drumming there is fantastic, but also the chorus is fun, the verses slap, and the change in the middle, you know, it has that importance to it and clarity. I love that part as well. It's a great ending to this album, 10 out of 10. And now we have bonus tracks from the special edition. Like the special edition had a Wrapped in Violence remix. I won't review that because it sounds like shit. It also had No Mercy and I Despise demo versions. They play them much slower than those on the album, and they have worse quality, so I didn't want to review them. But I want to review New Apocalypse. For some reason this song didn't make the cut for the record, I have no idea why. It's better than All That's Left Is Blood. I truly enjoy the atmosphere of this song, it's apocalyptic, I guess that's why they've called it a New Apocalypse. Love the chorus, the bridge, the verses, just everything. This song shines, 10 out of 10. The dehumanizing process, I guess it's a re-recording, slow and low mix, and I must say that this song slaps, no matter what. So this new version, while it's not as good as the original obviously, for me it's a little bit too slow. I wish they would do it the other way, they would play it faster, like a punk track, and it would be like 2 or 3 minutes long. I would love that. Making this song slower, it doesn't make it heavier. And also playing it in a lower tuning didn't make it heavier as well. This track doesn't need 7 or 8 string guitars. It was perfect the way it was in the year 2003. So this version, it's also beautiful, but it's nowhere near the original. 10 out of 10. And the final track, it's a Soundgarden cover, Outshined, and Mark is screaming the entire verses, but then in the chorus he's screaming and singing at the same time. This cover is so funny to me, because it sounds deranged, like Previously, Chimaira would cover songs in their own fashion, like that Metallica song, Despicable Heroes, it slapped. They also covered Fascination Street by The Cure, I think, and it was a masterpiece. It was like 100 times better than the original. They also covered Balls to the Wall by Accept, and that sounded funny as hell as well, but this one is great because it sounds hilarious. Like, I love that. And I'm driving my dance today. Outshined, outshined. I just cannot survive this cover. It's funny, it's great, I love listening to it, but it's not perfect, and it's not better than the original, obviously, but it's fun, and that's what matters. 8 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is ideal, replayability, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I love this record from beginning to the end. It's not the best Chimaira album. I think that ranking the Chimaira records would be impossible to me, because each record from them is a masterpiece, and it has flaws, of course, but it also has some phenomenal tracks. And on this album, as you can see, the songs are mostly of the same quality, like 10 out of 10, like only The Machine was 11 out of 10. And on the previous records it was the other way around. Most of the songs would be 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10, and there would be like 2 or 3 songs that were like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, they weren't just as good. It's hard for me to state which record is the best. I guess The Impossibility of Reason, the self-titled one, The Infection, Pass Out of Existence, and after that it's hard for me to choose which one is which, because it's just too hard for me, you know. Still, I recommend listening to Crown of Phantoms. There is still a slight Chimaira spirit residing in this beast. I truly enjoyed this record. What can I say? I hope that the classic lineup of the band will write a new record, release it so we can enjoy it. We need music from Rob Arnold, Mark Hunter, Matt DeVries, Jim LaMarca and Andos Herrick and Chris Picuza. We need those people in a room, they need to write new music. And this version of the band, while not being as good as the classic lineup, still slays, and I feel like this record would be released under a different name. People would basically shit their pants and call it a masterpiece. That would probably happen. So celebrate the anniversary by spinning this record today. It deserves your love and attention. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram in the description. I will see you in my other videos. Bye!